Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be jumping straight into Internet Computer, or ICP. Right now we are at $81.08 with a 16.34% increase in just the last 24 hours. If we take a look at the market cap, we are seeing about a $12.8 billion market cap, and the volume in the last 24 hours hanging around that $1.4 billion range. So we are starting to see a lot more money really kind of getting pumped into this ecosystem. We have a lot more people talking about it on whether it's articles or really just in general, because of the massive amount of hype that is continuing to take place with ICP. So we're going to kind of cover all of that today, the hype, the news, and the price predictions at the end of the video. Jumping into the first week though, or the last week I should say, we see about a 24.75% increase. A lot of volatility continue to take place. You know, we saw it at 67, 63, dropping all the way down to about $60, and then right back up to now 81.08. If we take a look at the last month, you're going to see a massive 105.52% increase. So coming all the way from $39 all the way up to 81.08. Obviously, like I said, almost a 2x there on its own, and honestly, it is a 2x on its own. So a massive increase for Internet Computer. Hopefully, a lot of you guys were investing in Internet Computer at that $39 price range. We've talked about Internet Computer and really the capabilities and possibilities that all come along with it. Obviously, utility and use case around the Internet Computer is fairly large, so we're going to talk about all of that today. But I do want to say, guys, $750.73 was our all-time high May 9th at 8 p.m. Don't expect that anytime soon. I think there's going to be a lot of volatility on this way up. We may even get to, $100 to $200, $300 before the end of the year, but it's going to take some time. It's going to take some volatility. It's going to take some announcements to actually push this along the way and continue to generate really that kind of hype surrounding the coin. I do want to jump, though, like I said, over to some of the news. So the first one we have is Portal, decentralized live streaming on the blockchain. So the first community-owned live streaming app built and hosted completely on the blockchain, and they talk about what Portal is and how it really kind of works. And obviously, Portal is different because it's private, transparent, and completely decentralized, and governed by the community instead of a CEO is what decentralized means. And obviously, like I said, this is a very big deal. We're not going to jump too much into Portal, but it's something we've talked about in the past, something that we definitely like to see happening on the ICP network altogether. But I do want to say, guys, if you have not already, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications on so you guys can stay up to date with all crypto coins. And I'll try to keep you up to date with it all as we move forward through this bull market part 2. As we have more tweets here, we have only on Ethereum. So this Amy Polak asked, gas fees are the middlemen of crypto, no? And Human says only on Ethereum. Dfinity's Internet Computer, for example, doesn't charge gas to users. It has a cheap stablecoin essentially for gas charged only to developers called the reverse gas model. So this is a pretty cool concept here. And if you guys haven't heard of the reverse gas model, I would suggest looking it up on Google. You'll find some articles about that pretty quickly on Dfinity. But I will say, realistically, as we move forward with Dfinity, there's a lot of people that understand the utility behind it and understand things like this that are so special and make Internet Computer great. So we jump into the next one. We see the ICA Dfinity should aggressively promote enterprise use of the IC. Low competition. IBM blockchain folded. EEA doesn't do much. Everything else is just a joke. Platform risk is very real for enterprises. Regulators are reluctant to really shut down stuff useful to enterprises as well. So the IC can deliver really on the over promises consultants made to senior executives, and they can actually kind of go into a little bit more detail. Cool Pineapple does, but this is a pretty great great tweet that Dfinity actually recognized. I do think this would be big, obviously, for Dfinity to actually aggressively promote enterprise use of the IC to those really institutional investors, or just institutions in general. We actually see a lot of retail as well as institutional investors taking advantage of ICP, or really just jumping on board investing wise. So here we see Internet Computer blockchain experiencing furious growth in developing teams, the team building in developers. Obviously, developers are continuing to team build and gain momentum. We see a lot of projects really continue to be working on, and we see the smart contracts running and active users of dApps. So press may ignore us, shills may hate us, but genuine product, market fit, and technical substance is a winning combo. So we'll see what Internet Computer does. A lot of people still obviously believe in Internet Computer, still has a fairly large following, and Dominic Williams, being the founder of Dfinity, obviously believes as well. I do want to jump into another Dominic Williams tweet here. So likely by the end of 2021, the Internet Computer will likely have more active users than really all other leading blockchains combined. When subtracting for token activity on exchanges, that is, So probably already true. Wait for the studies in a couple of months. Reimagine these numbers. So he has a link, and if we actually jump to this link, it kind of gives you the DApp statistics and just absolutely crazy growth and movement in some of these stats. So this is all on Ethereum, by the way, right here. So I'm not going to jump too much into this, but we also have one article I want to take a look at before we talk about price predictions for ICP by the end of the year and the end of the bull market. So 4 recent and ongoing Internet Computer or ICP developments you may have missed. Developer grants by Dfinity. So this is something that we talked about a lot as well. This is definitely something a lot of crypto projects and ecosystems are doing and putting out there to really attract some of the best, really projects to their ecosystem. Obviously, when a new project joins their ecosystem, you're going to have great utility come with that, and obviously, you will also grab a new user base with that as well. So smart contract canister memory upgrade they talk about. We're not going to jump too much into this, but as smart contracts play that crucial role for Internet Computer, the memory of these contract canisters is of really kind of great importance. Currently, the canisters have memory limit of 4 GB. That may not improve really sufficient depending on how complex the applications are, but although the community really actively proposes it, it is not set in stone to increase the memory to 300 gigabytes. So we'll see what happens there. But now we can also see the plug now supports Internet Computer NFTs and ICMoji's NFT airdrops. That was a big deal as well. We continue to see a lot coming into the NFT side of things, whether it's an Internet Computer or any other blockchain, or not really blockchain, but ecosystem. You're seeing NFTs being talked about constantly as it continues to gain momentum, and it's something that a lot of people love. And we're going to jump, like I said, back over to the Internet Computer chart and talk a little about the end of the year, the end of the bull market. So right now we are seeing an $80.70 Internet Computer price at 16.37% of an increase in the last 24 hours. Like I said, a very, very bullish run for Internet Computer. And if we take a look at the entire market, one thing to note is Bitcoin's above 50K. There's a lot of coins doing very well, but if we go to the gainer side of things, Internet Computer's at number 4 right now, doing extremely, extremely well. So I do want to jump back over to Internet Computer and talk, like I said, about the future of it. So with TA that I've done in the past, I've done some this morning as well with Internet Computer. I could still see it getting $100 to $200 by the end of the year. I'm thinking realistically we could be price targeting a $150 to $200 range by the end of the bull market bar 2. I'm kind of excited for the possibility of $200 to $400 depending on how really mass adoption does continue to take place in the crypto space. We're going to need more users, we're going to need more investors, or we're not going to make that huge push. But I do think realistically during a bull market part 2, we're going to continue on this push up, and I think there's a great opportunity for Internet Computer to actually take advantage of, like I said, this great market. So if we take a look at the last, or not really the last, but the all-time highs, we are going to see that 750, like I said earlier, 750.73 May 9th at 8 p.m. That, in my opinion, is going to have to wait, unfortunately, to be passed until the next bull run. I don't think we're going to pass that again. This bull run, that was a very, very overvalued price that I talked a lot about on the channel when we did see that happen. I will say, guys, if you have not already, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications on. And as well, if you guys haven't followed me on Twitter, if you guys want to stay up to date with crypto, as well as, not just on YouTube, but Twitter as well, you can see there we have 6,205 followers, trying to grow that up to that 100K that we have on YouTube, so definitely take advantage of that. I will say, guys, as well, we have a Patreon down in the description below. The Patreon gives you guys access to pre-sales, market updates, and really ICOs, IDOs, those low market cap picks that could make that 10 to 100x very, very quickly. So thanks again, guys, for tuning in. I'll see you all in the next one.